Hello, amazing people, and welcome to another episode of Demon Bluff, an amazing deduction game in which you try to figure out which characters are lying, which ones are telling the truth, and to execute all the evil characters. You can find the full playlist in the comment and description below the video. I highly advise you to check out the first episode of my endless run here. I'm currently on village 9. I saved 8 villages. And it's like a really good. But yeah, let's continue. So we have Counselor, Puppeteer, Lilith again, Plague Doctor, Wretch, and Drunk. So potentially two liars, two corruption creators. Yeah. Right. I am one card away from closest evil. Okay, do we have a witch? We don't have a witch. So Lilith's gonna kill one character and we can reveal the rest. Okay. One is evil. 1, 2, or 5. Okay. Mr. Jester, what do you have to say about this situation here? There are 3 evils among 1, 3, and 4. It's possible, I guess, but I wouldn't say it's very likely. I am dizzy. So this one's lying. Okay. I think I'm gonna force Lilith to kill the 2 as well. Because then we're gonna know if it's evil or not. Then we know if this one's lying or not. We're gonna know if this one's telling the truth or not. We're gonna get lots of information by having Lilith execute the 2 here. Close evil is equidistant. Closest evil. Well, if this one's evil, that means this one's also evil. Okay. And if not, then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Empress and Hunter would be evils then, according to Jester. No, wait, what? No, that's not possible. Among 4, 3, 1, there are 3 evils. I mean, if you're evil... Let's say this is true, right? If this is true, then you would have to be evil. So this can't be true. This is a lie for sure. Okay. So Jester's lying. All right. Not very useful then. But okay. Yeah, lying Jester is never a good thing. Oh! A wretch. There is one outcast. That... I mean, that's evil either way, right? Yeah, it's either Counselor, Puppeteer, or a wretch. Okay. So that means this one's also evil. Could also be that this one's just lying. That they're both corrupted. That's a bit crazy that they're both corrupted though. Judge. Learn if they're lying. Are you lying? It's lying. Everyone lies. Today, everyone lies. There's like... Okay. Among wretch... Yourself... And this card here... I mean, he has to lie. So we know there's gonna be one evil between these 3. So what it's gonna say? Between 8, 4, and 5, there is one evil. So if you're corrupted... this is actually true. But corrupted always lies. So he just outed himself as being an evil by lying to this question. Oh yeah. Cha-chink. Okay. This one says 1, 2, or 5 is evil. So this one says 1 or 2 is evil. And this one says like I'm 1 away from a closest evil. 1, 2, or 5. We need to figure out which one of these two. But we can figure it out by just having Lilith tell us. We are gonna open 10 and then Lilith's gonna kill this one. There we go. So... okay. So this one lies. Aaron's lying today. Aaron's lying. This is crazy. So he lies. Okay. Is Hunter evil? There are 3 evils. Okay, we knew that's gonna be a lie. If you said like 0, 1, we would actually get some information there. 1 is lying. Okay. Is there anyone telling the truth here? Oh wait, this one's lying. We're gonna ask him about this one then. 4 is telling the truth. No, it's not. So you're also lying. So this one's telling the truth. So that's evil then. Yeah? You get the logic? So we know the Jester's lying because we asked it among 4, 3, and 1. 1, 2, 5. Among 1, 2, and 5, we asked him how many evils there are. And he said 3, but that's impossible. So he's lying, and then 4 is telling the truth, and we know this one's lying. And since he's lying, and he said that this one's lying, now we know this one's telling the truth. And since this one's a good character here... Is this a good character, though? I mean, yeah. Because evil skill 0 out of 4. So since this is a good character, then this one has to be evil. A puppet. Well, a puppet needs a puppeteer, and this one's telling the truth, so the puppeteer is gonna be here. Okay. 1 is evil. 1, 2, or 5. 1, 2, or 5. 1 is evil, except that's not true. So this one's lying. Why did we decide that this one's like evil? Can he like be corrupted? I think we ask him something 431. Among 431 there are 3 evils. No, he said that there's like... No, between Vrech 5 and 4 he said that there was like 1 evil, right? So if he was corrupted that would be true, so it was not possible. So he's evil, that's what I concluded earlier. Yeah, okay. Should have just killed it as soon as we got that. But then I would not be able to use the ability, right? Yeah. Okay, one more evil hiding somewhere. There seems to be a lot of... Okay, Counselor is next to a... this kind of character. Boom, 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 boom. How many Lars can we even have? Drunk and Plague Doctor. I mean... we can have both Drunk and Plague Doctor, right? This would have to be... like... for both Drunk and Plague Doctor to be inside the game, this would have to be the Counselor. I guess it could be that this is Counselor. And then this is a Drunk. But if this is a Drunk, he's lying. Right? In which case... closest evil is equidistant. Oh wait, Puppet said I was a baker. It didn't say I was an original baker. It said I was a baker. Because it transformed, so this is true. Okay, let me write this down. Puppet says I was a baker. And it's true. So if a baker says I'm an original baker, it can't be a puppet. Yeah. So this could be Drunk. It says closest evil is equidistant, and this one could be corrupted. So Drunk, corrupted. Drunk, corrupted. And then one of these would be a Plague Doctor who corrupted the thing. But then... we run out of corruptions, and 1, 2, 5... there's no evils in there, so this is also a lie. So that's 3 lies. That's too many lies. I mean, I knew this was gonna be a long shot. Like, it's most likely that this one's telling the truth and the Counselor's here. And this one's corrupted. Yeah. This could be an evil. Like, if this is evil... if this is Counselor... this could be Counselor. Yeah, I guess that's possible. I guess it's possible this is Counselor next to the Plague Doctor. And closest evil is equidistant. This is a Drunk. And this is the corrupted one. Okay. So let's see. If I kill a Confessor, there's 3 possible options. It could be a Drunk. If it's evil, we're done. It could be a Drunk. If this one is Drunk... this could be a Counselor. If this is a Drunk... So if this is a drunk, can the counselor be here? No, because that would mean we have a plague doctor, a drunk, and a wretch. So counselor can't be here. If this is a drunk, counselor can't be here. If this is a drunk, can the counselor be here? Yes, it can. If this is a drunk, can the counselor be here? No, because then it's not next to. Okay, so if this is a drunk, then the counselor will be this one. Okay. If this is just a corrupted character, which is not a drunk, then counselor could be this, but it could also be this. So we're kind of in a trouble then. Then we will have to 50-50 it, which I don't like it. What if we do this one? We'll learn if he's telling the truth or not. If he's telling the truth, then the counselor's here. Closest evil is equidistant. If he's telling a lie, then the counselor's there. Yeah, okay, that's the solution. It's telling the truth. Closest evil is equidistant. So it's here. Yeah. That's the only explanation. Closest evil is equidistant. This one always looks like evil, and this is true, so this one also has to be evil. There we go. I didn't mess up. You tried your best, dude. You tried your best. Lilith helped you a lot. There's an outcast hiding here. We don't even know which one. Corrupted. Okay, a plague doctor then. Okay. And the story continues. Another Lilith. Oh boy. So this time instead of a drunk, we have a doppelganger. Alright. One. Huh, that's actually pretty good, no? I'm the original baker. This will be so bad. I'm gonna lose here. I opened baker really soon, so there's gonna be lots of bakers and we'll not get any information, which sucks. Okay, this is always true. We figured out, right? Yeah. Okay. Pick the characters, learn if any of them is evil. True. So this one's telling the truth. We can trust our fortune teller. There are 3 pairs of evil. Okay, this one's saying that all the evils are together. Yeah, this one's telling all the evils are together. That could very well be a lie. I find it very unlikely that's true. Judge. We know this one's telling the truth, so now we're gonna find out if the judge is telling the truth. Okay, judge is lying. Okay. Counselor, Twin Minion, Lilith. I'm gonna make it kill 9. 9 is very likely to be Counselor because it's next to the Outcast. Oh, we're not gonna get the kill. Oh, okay. Well, if you open another card, we get the abilities back, right? That's pretty good. I mean, 8 doesn't mean anything to me. Like, it's the same if you're on 8 or 6, right? Yeah. So this one's lying. 1 is evil. 4, 5, or 2. And I got so lucky. Lilith killed the baker. Or whatever it was before it turned into baker at such a, like winning a lottery. Closest evil is clockwise. Alright. I have this interesting situation. Like, we see one outcast. And we know that Counselor added another one. Oh. This has to be an outcast. Which means this one's lying. Oh my god. That's definitely not an original baker, because if that's an original baker, where's the second one? I mean, it's not here because we need 2 outcasts. Yeah, I don't see a duplicate roll, so it can't be a doppelganger. So that's gonna be a doppelganger or a bombardier. Okay. How are we doing with lies? Oh my god, there's no lies. This is probably the easiest board ever. There's no corruptions. Oh, this one's lying also. How is this possible then? I messed something up. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. Is it possible that this is baker? How? How? Where's the second outcast then? Makes no sense, right? Are we sure there's no corruptions? Baker, no corruptions. Empress, no corruptions. No corruptions. No corruptions. No corruptions. Red, Bombardier, Consul. Yeah, there is no corruptions. Okay, I already cannot explain this board. So if this was an original baker like it claims, then there would be another baker. Which would mean that we don't see a baker anywhere. So... Reveal. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. So there has to be at least one more baker. Which would be this one then. But then we only have one outcast. Oh, I know what happens. One villager becomes an outcast role. I sit next to an outcast. No, that doesn't make sense. First it becomes an outcast and then it sits next to it. So, yeah, I can't explain this. Like, I already lost. I mean, I will not necessarily lose, but like I lost in deduction, right? I have like wrong idea about the game. Like I'm making a mistake somewhere. So this has to be a lie. And this one is lying. One is evil. 4, 5, or 2. I guess somehow, some way, this baker is telling the truth. But like... So this one says that 4 is lying, and we know that 4 is telling the truth, because is 1 or 7 evil? Yes, it is. Wretch always looks evil, so when we asked that and got true, we knew it's not lying. And then when this one said this one's lying, then this one's lying, and we don't have a source of corruption. I don't see it. Oh, one random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. Ah. No. Outcast cannot become a baker. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to the second baker. I just can't explain it. And without explaining what happened to the second baker and knowing that there needs to be 2 outcasts because of the counselor, this has to this card basically has to be outcast and a baker at the same time. Went 1, 2, 3, 4. And then she killed this one. What else could have happened? So this would be explained by a source of corruption, which I can't find, or with some weird mechanics between Doppelganger and a baker. I disguise as a good villager, currently in play. Game start. At the game start, this happens. On reveal, pick 2 characters, learn a good character. Villages to the left and right of me range to cure from corruption, or how many are cured. Disguise. Game start. Disguise as good villager currently in play. Yeah, so this could be a doppelganger, no problem. What happens if the doppelganger disguised as a baker? Oh, okay. That's super weird, though. That's super weird. That's the only explanation I have. That's crazy if that's what happened. This is the only explanation I have. So, at the game start, the doppelganger disguised itself as a baker. And then on the reveal, the baker, one random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. The baker became the baker. So the baker, so the doppelganger, which became the baker once more. So that's how this card can both be outcast and a baker at the same time. That's the only explanation I have. This is a doppelganger who became a baker, and then it became a random villager who became a baker again. Let me know if you have any other explanations here, yeah? So here's the conundrum, and I think it's correct. So, first thing we know, there are no corruptions. None of these characters cause corruptions. So every character is either telling the truth or lying. That's the first thing. Second thing, we're playing with one outcast, but the counselor adds another one. So there has to be two outcasts on the board. This one can't be a demon because we are lacking outcasts. Not that we have too many of them, we are lacking them. So both of these have to be outcasts. So this card has to be an outcast, whatever it is. And third thing, when we reveal the baker should have created a baker. And since all the other cards we opened are not the baker has to be here. So how is it possible that this card is both the outcast and the baker at the same time? The only solution I see to this conundrum is if it was a doppelganger who at the start of the game randomly picked the baker, and the baker then, when revealed it, randomly picked this baker to become the baker again. And why is that so important? Like, couldn't like this one be lying? No, that's the other solution. That the baker's just lying, right? But the baker can't lie. Why can't the baker lie? There's too many liars then. Like this one says there are three pairs of evil. Like, okay. This one's telling the truth because we ask him, is this one or this one evil? And it says true. And this one always looks like evil, so that's true. And then this one says this one's lying. It cannot be corrupted because there's no corruption, so this one's evil. And then this one says closest evil is clockwise, which is incorrect. There's one right there. Yeah. And then the only way for there to be three pairs of evil would be that this one here is evil, but one is evil, 4, 5, or 2. 2, 4, or 5. Okay, this could be... Okay. But it's one of these two, right? This one says there are three pairs of evil, so if this one's telling the truth, evils are like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah? Or if this one's like lying, then evils are 1, 2, 3, like this. This one can't be evil, that's... But like, okay, I don't know why I had this marked as evil, it's not guaranteed. But now we can ask the judge. And judge, we know judge is lying. We'll ask the judge. We'll ask the judge if this one's telling the truth or not. And then the lie's gonna be the other way around. 5 is lying, so 5 is telling the truth. There are three pairs of evil. Only way for there to be three pairs of evil, 1, 2, 3, is if these are all connected. Okay. And now we're gonna kill the judge, and if that goes wrong, then I have to redo everything. Okay. Closest evil is clockwise, that's a lie, it's right there. There are three pairs of evil. This one said that this one's lying, so it's telling the truth, so we just have to keep going. How is this possible? This makes no sense. That's the doppelganger? Jesus. But it's the same thing, right? Doesn't really matter if this was the baker and doppelganger copied it here, or if this was the baker and the doppelganger copied it there. Like, again, the same thing would need to happen, right? I'm the original baker. But this would throw me off if I had to place a counselor down. I would place it here rather than here. I'm the original baker. Okay, let's write this down. Doppelganger. Ganger said for himself, I am the original baker. So for the doppelganger to disguise himself as a doppelganger set when it was opened first. Oh yeah, that makes sense. So an original baker can be a doppelganger, and that says I'm the original baker, but you had to copy something. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker on reveal, and then the doppelganger is like game started. I disguise a good villager currently in play. So there has to be a baker already in play, and the only place is here, right? Yeah, and then when he revealed it, one random good villager became a baker. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's 25%. It's not even that crazy. Okay. Well, we keep going. That's a lot of outcasts. Oh my god. Okay, finally no Lilith. So we can open everything. Let's see what's up. This is how I like to play. This is how I like to play the game the most. Okay, so there's gonna be one outcast, and then the counselor is gonna add another one. So there needs to be 2 outcasts. Okay. So it's either that these 2 are outcasts, and then a counselor sitting here. That's one option. Another option is that one of these 2 is a counselor, because only the counselor can disguise himself as a copy of a random villager or outcast in town. But he disguises himself. Light disguise pretends to be a different role. We're always revealed when executed. And Puka always disguises as a unique villager. Cannot double claim a good character. So Puka can never disguise as an outcast. So if one of these is counselor, then either this one or this one will have to be a drunk. So yeah, so there is a chance we have a source of corruption. And the only corrupted characters could be Knitter or Poet, because, yeah, they could be a drunk. We can't have a Plague Doctor, there's just no Plague Doctor in play. So, yeah, we might have one source of corruption. Okay. This one said, evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay. Well, he sees this one as an evil character, so... But he's not actually evil. He's good, he just looks like evil. One is evil, 5, 7, or 4. That's true. Like, Wretch is either evil because it's a Wretch, or it's evil because it's Counselor. So this one's good. Okay, we can ask the Dreamer about the Wretch. If not lying, Wretch looks like a cabbage to me. So we just ask it about the Wretch, right? Could be Puka. If not lying, Wretch looks like a cabbage to me. So it could be telling the truth, and this really is Puka. No, this can't be Puka. Because Puka can disguise himself as a wretch. So it can't be Puka. So it's lying. It can't be corrupted either. This one can't be corrupted. Like, if this one's drunk, it can't be drunk. Because if this one's drunk, then we have like... No, it could be drunk. This one can be drunk. Never mind. I said only these 2 could be corrupted. No. Anyone can be a drunk. Because if this one's a counselor, and then... Like, any of these 2 could be counselor. and then it's gonna be next to the other, and then anyone else. Yeah. This one says 2 evils adjacent to me. I mean, if that's true, the 2 evils are here and that's it. This one's lying, says no evils are adjacent to me, and this one's definitely evil. Okay, so we already have 2 liars. Okay. This one says evils are not adjacent to each other. Could be a lie. Is there a world in which night is corrupted? Let's say night is corrupted, yeah? If night is corrupted, this is a lie. 4 could be Puka. Then this one has to be evil. Because this one can't be Puka. It could be a wretch or a counselor. I mean, that's a lie, right? Is there a world in which one this one just saying the truth? But this one says 2 evils are adjacent to me, but then this one would be lying. Yeah. This one says no evils adjacent to me. Well, now this is a lie. Okay, let's just leave the dreamer alone. We don't even need it. This one says 1 is evil, 5, 7, or 4. That's true, right? So let's say if this one's telling the truth, then evils are here. But now we have 2 evils next to each other. That's too many lies. And if this one's lying, and it can be corrupted because we said this one's corrupted, right? So if this one's lying, so this one's evil. And then this one says no evils are adjacent to me, which is also a lie. And now this is also a lie because evils are adjacent. Look how many evils, yeah. So the knight just can't be corrupted. And if it's not corrupted, if I'm executed while corrupted, I deal 4 additional damage to you. But I just don't see how the knight could be corrupted. Because if knight is corrupted, there are just way too many lies. So we're just gonna check the knight. There we go. So we know knight's good. Alright. So if this one's good, the evils are here. And this one's corrupted. And this one's a drunk. No. What? Yeah, something's like way off. If this one's telling the truth, evils are here. And then... oh yeah, this one could be corrupted. But if this one's corrupted and this one's drunk, then we have 3 outcasts, which is not possible. So this one's lying. This one's lying. There is evil here. So this one's lying. This one's lying. Okay. Yeah, it's like... we need a drunk. That's the thing. We need a drunk. This does not work without a drunk. Just I don't see, like there's too many lies. So this one's lying. Because this is definitely evil character. No evils adjacent to me, that's a lie. I cannot register as good or as a wretch to other characters. I only register as a random minion roll or as an evil. So that's a lie. And then this one says 2 evils adjacent to me. So it's either a lie or it's true, and then this one is a thing. So it's like this. Oh wait, I'm stupid. There's Puka in play. Okay, I got tired. We didn't see a Puka in a while, and I almost fell for it. I almost decided there has to be a drunk inside the game. That's not true. There's actually a huge source of corruption with the Puka, so everything I said falls into the water. Knight could have easily been corrupted as well. If this was Puka, now we would be sitting on 1 HP. But then I would probably figure it out that this is Puka and whatever. I got super lucky that Knight is not corrupted. Okay. So this one says evils are not adjacent to each other. This explains it, right? Now we don't have enough. There's just no room, dude. Like, there's still no room. Like, if, like, whatever I do, 2 evils are adjacent to each other. So this one has to be, like, something. Like this? So Puka, Counselor. Yeah, that looks about right. That looks about right. But there could be other explanation to this whole setup. Okay, so evils... No, actually, wait. This is now true. Evils are not adjacent to each other. So this one can't be an evil. Like, if this one's evil... then Puka has to be here. And this one's true, and she's just like, could be Puka, even though it couldn't. That's so weird. Oh boy, what gives me the most information here? If there is no drunk, then one of these 2 has to be a counselor. Is there a world in which this is true? He could be a drunk. I have a big problem with this one up here. Oh boy. One is evil 5, 7, or 4. This could be a counselor also. This really looks like an ally. Like, it seems like very, very unlikely that evils would not be adjacent to each other. Like, this would have to be a counselor, and this would have to be a puka. And there would be a drunk here or here. That kind of works. We could just decide that this one's most probably puka. What gives us the most information? Let's say we kill this one here, yeah? So there's a couple of scenarios. Scenario 1. This is a good character and is telling the truth. We kill these two and we are done. Second scenario. This one's drunk. What then? If this one's drunk, then one of these two is counselor. It could be counselor, puka. Yeah, that's a really bad scenario. Because we don't know which one of these two is counselor, and that's already pretty bad. It could be like... Problem is that I don't find this very useful. 4 could be puka. If not lying, Wretch looks like a cabbage to me. So it should be lying, right? We could see if Dreamer is lying or not. Let's say if we find out that Dreamer's telling the truth, then we know this is puka. And if we find out that Dreamer's lying, then it's gonna be a drunk or something. Yeah, I'm leaning towards just getting rid of the Dreamer. And then, if he's telling the truth, then this is puka. And then the counselor has to be here. No, not necessarily. Counselor is gonna be next to the drunk. If this is true, then this is a lie. That would be... This could be a counselor. Oh my god, it gets so complicated. We have 2 persons lying here. We will not know which one is which. What if we find out about this one? Evils are not adjacent to each other. If it's true... then evil has to be one of these two. Right? What happens if this one is drunk? That's the worst case scenario, right? Not necessarily. It's also pretty bad if it's good. Because then we know that evils are not adjacent to each other. So that's gonna be like... This could be a counselor. This could be a drunk. And then any of these two could be puka. What if we just go for the wretch? Let's say we find out it's a real wretch, right? We already know a lot here, though. We already know this registers as evil, and we already have some information from it. No evils adjacent to me. Is that even possible? That's not possible. That's always lie. So this one will never be good. So this one will... Yeah, this one will never be good. This one will be either a drunk... or an evil. So let's say this one is drunk. Can we solve it then? So this one is drunk. This one has to be evil then. It's lying, definitely lying. And then... there are no evils are not adjacent to each other. What if this one's evil then? No, because evil has to be one of these two. So this one's telling the truth. In that case, it has to be this. It has to be this one, because this is true, right? So it's gonna be like Puka. And yeah, and if this is evil, then we just got rid of one evil, we continue playing. Okay, I think we killed the poet. Okay. I could also be wrong. I'm a little bit tired. It's fine. I'm happy enough. Current village 11, that's crazy. Oh my god. I'm stupid. It's corrupted by Puka. That's also possible. Okay, I guess this has to be Puka then. Okay. This is not good though. This is not good. Okay, we can still like hit a drunk and still be fine. I mean, this one's lying. It can't be a counselor, because counselor needs to be next to the drunk, and this is not a drunk next to the outcast. So this is not a counselor. Okay, good. Is this a counselor? I mean, if it's not counselor, then it's a drunk, and it's gonna be one of these two. I have 1 HP left then. It says evils are not adjacent to each other. I mean, that's true though. Right? That's true. So this is a drunk then. Counselor. We did try to kill the knight and nothing happened, right? Yeah. So this has to be a drunk, because like... if this is a counselor, it's true. Evils are really not adjacent to each other. So it can't be a counselor, so it can only be a drunk. And if this is a drunk, that means that evils are adjacent to each other. The only way for that to be possible is if it's Bombardier. But I'm gonna kill Niter first just in case, but like... it's gonna be a drunk. Yeah. Evils are not adjacent to each other, and that's a lie. Wait. You receive 2 damage instead of 5 and execute me. Why 2? Why not 4? Isn't it 4 usually? They made the game easier. It used to be 4. Doesn't matter, we will have 1 left. So was there an update to the game? It seems like. Evils are not adjacent to each other, so evils are adjacent to each other. 1 is evil, 5, 7 or 4. Okay, that's still true. Well, if Counselor is here, then evils are not adjacent to each other, so it cannot be here. It has to be Bombardier, right? Evils are not adjacent to each other. Corrupted, that's a lie. Evils are adjacent to each other. If evil is he can be here because it needs to be next to the outcast. So yeah, it's gonna be next to the wretch, and then evils are gonna be adjacent to each other, and the drunk is just being drunk. Tense music playing. Right, let's go. Let's go. There's Lilith, there's Counselor, there's a whole bunch of neutrals. I'm getting tired, that's not good. Three or one is a Counselor. So, okay, that's really good information, actually. That's amazing information. So it's either you or that, or you're lying. Between 516 there is Outcast, Villager, and Minion. And also, if it lies, all characters in my info are villagers. So 1, 5, and 6 would be villagers. Okay, we're gonna open 1, 5, and 6. So we see if there's any outcasts there. A hunter? What in the world is a hunter? Oh, that, okay. Alright. So it seems like this one's lying. Between 516 there's Outcast, Villager, and Minion. There's no outcast. There's no outcast. Like, Wretch, Plague Doctor, and Bombardier are all visible. There's no outcast between 1, 5, and 6. That means they're all villagers. These three are all villagers. And this one's lying, so it's corrupted. How many sources of corruption do we have? Plague Doctor, and that's it. So we found our only liar. This one says 6 is a real hunter. That's gonna be true. Wait, is it? Yeah. They're all villagers. So that's a villager. I'm 2 cards away from closest evil. So it's gonna be 4 is gonna be evil. Okay, there's the Bombardier. It's gonna be one more. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay. Okay, we know there is a Plague Doctor in play because of this bishop here. Who claims that one of these three... No, wait, what? 5, 1, and 6. Oh no, I saw wrong. Still, same thing. 5, 1, 6, there's Outcast, Villager, and Minion. And there's no Outcast between these three, so that's a lie. So there has to be a Plague Doctor. That's a Plague Doctor right there. Yeah. Or is it? Do we have like a puka or something? No, we don't. Okay, something's off. Something's a bit off. Something's a bit off. You're 2 cards away from closest evil. If you're saying the truth... Between... one villager outcast and one evil. Between 1, 5, and 6. 1, 5, and 6. Outcast, villager, and minion. Well, there's no outcast, so it has to be a lie. And for this one to lie, something has to make it lie. And there's only a plague doctor. And since plague doctor's missing, it has to be there. And if the plague doctor's there, one of these two is the counselor. It's gonna be this one then. Because if it's this one, it's not next to an outcast, which it has to be. It's weird. Something's off. I cannot explain this. Because if this is the plague, if this is the counselor, then this one's lying. I'm 2 cards away from closest evil. And if this one's lying, then we have 2 liars. Villagers, usually good. Among them there are 1 villager, 1 outcast, and 1 evil if possible. If lies, all characters in my info are villagers. Character type, usually good. There cannot be duplicated villager roles unless other effects allow that. So I don't understand. How is it possible that all 3 of these are villagers and this one's not lying and that's a counselor? It's weird. This one says 1 or 3 is a counselor. That can be true, because Wretch would look like the counselor to her. Between 1, 5, and 6. This one says 6 is a real hunter. And the hunter is like, I'm 2 cards away from closest evil. I mean, that would mean that this is evil, right? So that's counselor. But that would be Lilith then. But Lilith can disguise as an outcast, no? So that's not correct. That's the problem here. Plus, if this was Lilith, then this is again lie, and yeah, I just have too many lying villagers. Oh, wait. Haha, that's a counselor. Yeah, I thought she was saying 1, 5, and 6, so I was like, it can be a counselor, but okay, so these 3 are villagers, she's a counselor. Okay, evils are not adjacent to each other, but they are now. Okay, there we go. One or 3 is a counselor. True, this looks like a counselor to Oracle. Between 1, 5, and 6 there is outcast, villager, and minion. That's a lie, so all 3 of them are villagers. Wretch is a wretch. Evils are not adjacent to each other. That's a lie. There's 2 pairs of them. So that's a counselor. What? 6 is a real hunter. True. I'm 2 cards away from closest evil. That's actually true. Bombardier. And this is actually just a villager then. Yes. Lilith. Bah, Shaman, Twin Minion. We can open everything. Nice. You are indeed good. Both sides are equally evil. One of these 2 is lying. There's 2 druids. There's 3 druids. There's 2 mediums. Okay. Hold on there, game. Okay. Shaman, Doppelganger. Okay. There's 1 outcast. Twin Minion, Shaman, Ba. Okay. So there's gonna be a Doppelganger. There's gonna be a Shaman creating a duplicate. And there's gonna be Okay. So between these three druids here, there's gonna be a good one, probably a doppelganger and a evil, right? True. So that's where one evil's gonna be. This one says there are no corrupted characters. That's true, surprisingly enough. Is this supposed to get harder? I don't see anything causing... Like, we don't see a plague doctor, so... This is correct. 8 is a real architect. I'm gonna trust you guys. Actually, I shouldn't trust you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna trust you guys. Because if they're both lying, then there's two evils here, which is weird. And then there's a third one here, and then what do we do with druids? So these are true. Since these are true, one of them is a doppelganger. Okay. So 8 is a real architect. So both sides are equally evil. How is that even possible? So what, this is left side? What is right side then? This? I guess. So, there. Like that. Could be this one also. Okay. Pick 3 characters. Learn one random outcast among them, if any. Among 2, 5, and 6, there are no outcasts. Interesting. Oh wait, we have 2 architects also. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, what do you say? You also say among 5, 2, and 6, there are no outcasts. Interesting. Among 194, there is a doppelganger. Interesting. Something's off. Something's off. Oh, we have a shaman. Okay. So all 3 druids agree that there is no doppelganger between the mediums. Okay. Which is fine. There are 2 mediums because of the shaman. Okay, one of the 3. I should have asked the same question to all the druids. I kind of messed up. Should have asked all the druids about the druids. Okay, among 194, there is a doppelganger. I mean, I think that's true, because, like... If doppelganger is... Like, it seems like... Could it be that all 3 of these are evil? There's no way that's correct, right? Because... Then we have a problem here, right? One of these 2 has to be evil also. So 2 of these 3 druids Okay. And these two say that 8 is the real architect. So surely this one's lying, right? Left side is more evil. I still don't know really what's left side, what's right side, but if this is left side, yeah. And if this one's telling the truth, which it should be, because this one's saying it's real, this one's saying it's real, like, in what world is this one lying? Then this one would be lying, this one would be lying, this one would be lying. That would be kind of crazy. Right? Oh my god, that checks out. That actually checks out. That this one's lying and this one's telling the truth. Left side is more evil. $2 million shaman in a bar. For both sides to be equally evil. And basically all the druids agree. Like this one says there is no outcasts. So this one says there's no outcasts among medium. And this one says there is no outcast among medium. And this one also says there is no outcast among medium because... So these three are like on the same page. So it would be weird if some of them are evil. So it looks like it's like this. Okay, let's get rid of one architect and see what's happening. So I think this looks alright. So yeah, okay. So this one's telling the truth. So 5 is a real architect. Well... I mean, 8 is a real architect. Well, it's not. Good. This one was actually not that hard. We had a lot of information. But and a shaman and a doppelganger. Okay, fun. Look at that. So many duplicates. So one duplicate created by the doppelganger and one duplicate created by the shaman. And then this guy's a good villager currently in play. And then we can, using druid, we can find out. 2 or 6 is a shaman. 2 or 6 is a shaman. Okay. So you say that's a shaman? Okay, this is getting easier. There's no corruption. And she's targeting herself. So if she's the shaman, she can't be the shaman. You know? Because now it's true and the shaman lies. It could be a lie. It could be a lie. It could be these two. It could be lying that 2 or 6 is a shaman. In which case, this one... If it's lying, then this is not a shaman. And if it's not a shaman, then it's true. And it says... I'm 3 cards away from closest evil. Then it would be these two. This one never says equidistant, by the way. No evils adjacent to me, she said. That's a lie. Closest evils counterclockwise. That's also a lie. Closest evils counterclockwise. Okay, we have way too many lies now. So that doesn't work. So this one's actually telling the truth. And this is a shaman then. And this is a lie. Close evil is not 3 cards away, so this one's safe. And then this one's safe. Oh, this one says there's 2 evils adjacent to me. So it's one of these 2. This one says closest evil is counterclockwise. I mean, it's gonna be either way. And this one says closest evil is counterclockwise, which is true, actually. So these 2 are fine. Okay, so one of these 2 is the Doppelganger. Okay, so this one has to be the... Oh no, they're all good. It's the Druid. I mean, we can ask the Druid something that's clearly a lie. So she's gonna say there's a doppelganger between Druid, Oracle, and Hunter, and we already know it's a lie, so... A wretch! I'm on 2, 7, and 6 is a wretch. You could try harder. Like... Wretch? Really? Oh my god. Yeah, this random thing is like... You can probably go as far as you want, but sooner or later you're gonna make a mistake, I guess. This is one of the harder ones, right? Lilith and Drunk. No witch though, so maybe not too bad. Bart, I'm 1 card away from a corrupted character. Okay. Well, that's not corrupted. Alright. Could be Lilith, alright. One evil adjacent to me. Interesting. Whoa. Two lovers. Well, one of them is evil, right? There's no shaman, there's no doppelganger. Okay. There's one outcast missing. Oh, that's a lie. You can ask her about the wretch. And herself, I guess. If she says there is an evil, then she's good. If she says there's no evil, then she's evil. If six evil, true, nice. Does this look like a cabbage to you? If not lying, wretch looks like a cabbage to me. Okay, so she's telling the truth then. Ah, this is a lie then. Or, no, that's definitely a lie. She's telling the truth. Yeah, okay. I mean, there is a rule in which we have a plague doctor though, so you have to be careful. 9 or 8 is a minion. Nine or 8 is definitely not a minion. Oh, that's interesting. What's going on? Oh, we got 3 evils, right. Counselor, Minion, and Lilith. So it could be that these 3 are evil and that's it. Oh, this one says one evil adjacent to me. Oh no. Oh, that's also a lie. So we got 4 liars. That's too many liars. I'm 1 card away from a corrupted character. No, you're not. 9 or 8 is a minion. There's something weird going on. Oh, there's a drunk. Okay. There's a drunk. Drunk. I mean, many people could be drunk. I'm 1 card away from a corrupted character. No. That can't be true. This is not a drunk. No evils adjacent to me. An evil adjacent to me. 9 or 8 is a minion. Is 6 or 8 evil? True. Okay. Is there any use in finding? Not really. I mean, we know Counselor has to be... but like all these are next to the Outcast, so that doesn't help. And Lilith and Minion don't do anything. Yeah, it's just like... So out of these 4, seems like one of them is gonna be a drunk. And the other 2 is gonna be evil. Yeah. Wait, no. If you have a drunk, that means one of these 2 has to be evil. Okay. But that... But that means this one's telling the truth then, and this is evil. Yes, she says true. She says this one's evil. Are we trusting our little fortune teller here? Is there a world in which she is drunk? No, because if she's drunk, she wouldn't say, is 6 or 8 evil true, right? And if she's evil, she would also not say if 6 or 8 is evil true. So we can trust her. She said 6 or 8 is evil, true, and that's true. 6 or 8 really is evil, so she's telling the truth. And now she said that 2 or 4 is evil. And we know the 4 is not evil because... Well... Evil didn't get killed. Oh, it would... like, even if I got it wrong, like, what better way to go out than with a huge blast, right? Killing the bombardier. No evils adjacent to me. Okay, let's kill this one first. Counselor, okay. 9 or 8 is a minion. I definitely don't think 9 or 8 is a minion. Could be drunk though. Yeah, okay. And now we know one of these 2 has to be an evil. Like, this can't be evil. If this is evil, then this one is not next to the outcast. So this needs to be next to the outcast, so this is the outcast. And we know this is an outcast, and that's 2. So this is not an outcast. So it has to be twin minion or whatever. And now... Okay, now this is true all of a sudden. Okay, we can ask this one, hey. Is that a counselor? Yeah, good. So this one's fine. Yeah, it's this one. I'm 1 card away from a corrupted character. No, you're not. Okay. Are we done with this game? Like, we could keep going, but you know, I don't really have time to play anymore. Now this is 3 hours back to back. So I'm gonna go to the menu. If I lose my endless run, so be it. If I can continue it, great. I'll try it a little bit more. But like, I feel like getting 15 villages in a row, it's already so insane that, like, let's do it like this. If any of you, dear viewers, can beat my consecutive score, let me know how far did you get. And then I'll play some more and try to get even further. But there is a good chance that we can just go to the menu, that this will get saved, yeah, I hope so, I don't know. Even if not, I'm very happy with the results. I need to go do stuff. Sadly, I don't have any more time to play today. I reserved myself like a little bit of time, like an hour, hour and a half. And then I had to play for 3. Well, I didn't, but yeah. But yeah, it's a really cool game. Turns out it's definitely doable. I had some close calls, some very hard setups, but we managed to get out of it. This one looks very crazy though. I think it's a good place to stop because... Oh my gosh, Doppelganger and Drunk in the same game, and Lilith. The only thing missing is a witch. But Shaman's already bad enough. Shaman's gonna add a duplicate, which is probably not too bad. But yeah, okay. Amazing game, can't wait for it to come out. Once it comes out, I'll definitely play some more, unlock all the characters. But I think this is probably it. I got my fair share of it. And we are not really seeing anything new right now, right? Like, the roles are just repeating themselves, like in different random, like, orders. And yeah. We might run sooner or later into a setup which will have to 50-50 between 2 bombardiers or something silly like that, and then we will just lose. But for now, yeah, happy. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I wish you all to have a wonderful day, do something nice, be kind to each other, and let's make the world a better place together. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of Well Something. Who knows, maybe this game drags me back in. But I have this feeling that if I go back to the menu, I will not be able to continue. And like, playing for another 3 hours just to get here, it's exhausting. It's super hot. Today is like one of the hottest days of the year. And like, I'm in my room and my air conditioning, it's in the other room. And it's just not getting here. And I don't know why I'm telling that. But yeah, see ya in the next video of some other cool game. The Neemer signing out. Bye bye.